Now we want to talk about Mirna Sleiman. I've got the name right. She actually sent a message to me on my WhatsApp saying, my name is Mirna. Don't forget that. But the important thing, this is the fulfillment of her dream. When she talks about how she wants to create financial inclusion, she speaks from her heart. Why she has started all of this is because she wanted to bring about a lot of good in this world through the financial inclusion process. And that is the way she wants to touch people. She's demonstrated courage. She's demonstrated tenacity. She's gone through all of the pain and suffering that an entrepreneur goes through. And she has done this with style. She's done this with a smile. And I'm really honored and privileged and actually humbled to be her friend and to be her partner. And I would love all of you to please put your hands together for a dream being created and putting together. Mirna Sleiman.
Good evening. I usually hate to stand behind podium, but I'll do it tonight. It's amazing to see you all here. I could see this gathering a year ago, and every time people ask me, like, what are you trying to do? I tell them what I used to do as a journalist, connecting brain power, I want to do it for real. And after 10 years of poking and creating trouble, I wanted to see people do really care about making a difference and impacting this part of the world. And today is a proof that actually I'm doing the right things. Thank you all for coming. So to cut my story short, I've asked the two gentlemen before me to do all the heavy lifting because I wanted to have fun. So you've listened to all the numbers, and I'll tell you today now the FinTech Galaxy story. We're talking about ecosystems here, and the first thing that comes to mind is regulations. And the MENA has very, very powerful regulators. Regulators as central banks, as CMAs, as insurance authorities, all types of regulators. Even free zones have regulators. We've got a lot of capital. I remember I used to write billions about ADIA and KIA and QIA and all the family businesses that are sitting on cash. We're also a region that has talent. I mean, look around you. This room here has more than 250 people of the brightest minds globally. We have demand. Egypt, Saudi, all these markets have huge demand for fintech products. And we have the environment. But unfortunately, the fintech market is very, very small. And that's where the idea for FinTech Galaxy came to life, because we want to connect the ecosystem virtually so that international markets and local markets start working together to actually, on a virtual level, collaborate, and then going down into the physical world and to real world, they start collaborating. Now, let me tell you what FinTech Galaxy is all about, because I get all these questions about the company and what we do. We are very simple. We do crowdsource. When you want to innovate, it's not possible to innovate in-house. It's not possible to talk to your colleague and innovate, because each one of you has a KPI. You have a job to do, and you can't just keep on, dreaming. You've got to bring the dreamers, sometimes internally, sometimes externally. You've got to have open innovation. You've got to make your data available to everyone so that they can play around it. You've got to tap into the entrepreneurs. You've got to tap into the young people. A big chunk of my work, I get it from my kids. So many ideas I get from my daughter, and she's only 13. And these guys, this is open innovation. When you bring everyone to play your game, you invite them in. And that's what we do. So we work closely with banks and companies and governments to identify innovation challenges. We post them online, and we ask the world to come and take a crack at it. So that's the first thing. And then we help startups. So we help them grow, we help them scale, we help them raise funds, we help them do business development, and we do also crowdsource services for them. Startups cannot afford to pay a lot for PR and business development and marketing and legal support. I mean, being an entrepreneur is hell. Forget about all the blingy stuff that you hear in the media. It is sleepless nights. We also crowdsource talent. And over the past year, I've met amazing talent out there. And trust me, there is embedded talent in every single bank. I met one friend of mine. He works at IDB in Saudi. He's actually a cryptocurrency PhD expert. Before I even knew what a cryptocurrency means, he was talking about cryptocurrency. And I can guarantee that he's not doing any cryptocurrency at the IDB. So over the past year, we've worked a lot with startups. We've worked with banks. We're a very small team, but we've done a lot for the resources that we have. We've done a lot, but this is only the beginning. We were doing almost everything offline just to test the market, and today we're gonna really do it online, because virtually you make everything really cost-effective, more efficient, and much faster. And you all know that because all of you are into the digital world, right? Okay, I can't get the journalism out of my blood. I'm sorry, Your Excellency. I've got to be a journalist day and night. We attend events. We create awareness. We talk about what FinTech is all about. We talk about financial inclusion. We talk about collaboration. We talk about actually bringing together the startups and the banks and how it's important to forge these partnerships. And what we've done is actually, today is a sample of what we've done virtually. Today, I think it's one of the rare occasions where you have Bahrain and Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Saudi and Egypt and Lebanon and almost every single country of the MENA represented in this hall. And you've got the EDB and the ADGM and the FinTech Bay in Bahrain and the DIFC all in one table. And I did it on purpose. Guys, I mean, the MENA itself is really small, and we can't afford to have separate countries with separate, sandboxes. And I hope one day that we will have a MENA sandbox where everyone can really innovate and share the experience. So what we've done as well is we've built bridges. So we've signed MOUs and agreements with Singapore, with Netherlands, with South Africa, with the United States, all the FinTech associations. And the reason is, whenever we launch or we publish an innovation challenge, we send it to those international markets and they send it to their startups. So it's the ripple effect. Instead of me bringing every single startup on board, I will just collaborate with Singapore, and all the startups in Singapore will be on FinTech Galaxy and they will be taking a crack at the innovation challenges. So that's crowdsourcing at its best. We also plan, and we started a lot of collaborative activities, okay? Because we believe that we cannot do it alone. The first thing is our partners, MENA research partners. So MRP has a lot of data, and we've agreed that we're not going to reinvent the wheel. They have the data, bring it on, put it on the platform, let everyone use it. We also partnered with MAD. I mean, MAD, can you get it more mad than Tariq Qureshi? And all the content, the multimedia that we bring from startups, we tell stories. It's all about stories. And we have put it all on the platform and linked to the FinTech channel. We're also partnering with other companies like Ubanquity. They have a digital bank, and they have a sandbox. So FinTech Galaxy will eventually have its own sandbox. So this is a warning. It's public. If you don't create your own regulatory sandbox, we're going to turn the FinTech Galaxy into a regulatory one, maybe one day. Tribal Scale, our partners in the United States, they have the virtual venture platform. It's a studio where international VCs from Silicon Valley, they come into the MENA region, and we're doing that with them. And finally, Get B. And this is fascinating, actually, because last year when I was doing my MBA at CAS, in the last month, I met this wonderful lady, Thea, and she presented her product. And while she was presenting the product, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I want to work with her, and I'll show you what we've done with her. This is the partnership that we've done with Matt Talks. This is the channel. All your stories will be on the channel. Everything from tonight will be on this channel. Let's go back to Get B. This is my final point. Remember, I mentioned crowdsourcing innovation challenges, crowdsourcing solutions from startups, and crowdsourcing talent. Now, how do you get your talent? You either hire or you go for a short-term consultancy. We've created a virtual platform on demand where all fintech experts can be on the platform and you can buy time from them. Okay, and it's all powered by GetB, and I'll show you a little video about this great initiative. I hope one day Etisalat and Du in the United Arab Emirates open the communications over voice over IP, because it's really, really embarrassing to keep explaining to people outside the MENA region that it's not gonna work. Call me on the phone. So most of you came tonight to attend FinX. This is actually, it's called FinX. This is the real FinX. It's fintech experts. And today we're celebrating excellence in fintech. And one more thing, you know what's the phoenix? It's the bird resurrecting from the ashes, because all of you, unless you innovate, you're going to turn into ashes. So enjoy your night, and let's have fun. Thank you.